When it comes to worshiping and having communion in your home, this might be a little different for many of us. Now, we don't have communionware from church in our homes with us. Those pieces of communionware at the church are plates and cups. They're fancy, they're special, they have only one use, and they're intended to be obvious from anywhere in the room that that's what they are for, serving bread and wine. You don't need to broadcast what you're doing to people who are hundreds of feet away when you're worshiping just in your home. But what do you want to use or not use? I've shared before one of my favorite professors in seminary, one of his laws of liturgics was we beware of using desert island scenarios for setting the rules for everyday work. So, if you are on a desert island and you have cookies and milk, can that be Holy Communion? If that's all you have and you've got to do communion, yes. But you're not on a desert island with just milk and cookies. So no, find some bread and wine. Our situation is a little different. We can't gather together safely to do communion. We could do things like meeting in the parking lot or fetching prepackaged communion. The problem with that, as I've said before, is it creates the sense that somehow my blessing these elements is what's important. It makes it sound like I have powers that we all know I don't. So we're going to share the meal in our own homes, would be the idea, and use what you want. Now, some things you may decide are not good. This is not meant as product placement here, but soda for your communion, probably not a good choice. Cookies, yeah, if that's all you've got, but you know communion's coming, you can prep. The glass you use, you could use a coffee mug, but you want to make sure it's something that you are comfortable saying. During the course of this worship service, the body and blood of Christ will be in these things and on these implements. So have some wine ready. That's an awful lot for one person to drink. If you need to, buy the little bottles that come with about 1 glass worth. You can split that 3 or 4 ways in your house and not even notice. Use a cup, any cup, one that you feel comfortable drinking out of. Use a plate. Our plain old plates have decor. That's fine. Whatever design on it, let that be the one you use. And for your bread, use what you consider to be bread. If you have a hard time seeing a cinnamon roll with raisins as being Christ's body, then don't use one. You can just use a slice, a biscuit. You can buy bread just especially for this and then share it over the course of the rest of the day. It is a meal. One of the things that having to worship in the pandemic can do for us is it can highlight that communion is a meal that we're sharing. Share it with whoever is in your home watching along with you, and know that you are sharing it with everyone who's watching whenever it is that they're watching, whether they're doing it at the premiere at 9 a.m. or whenever during the week they get to. This is how we are able to share this meal together at this time.